when the bridegroom speaks, it could always be the next one that causes the problems. However, this is a true gentleman. He's a magnificent speaker. And of course, he's the best man, Mr. Michael Malley!
First things first, dance on. Hello everyone, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Michael and I am Michael's best man today. And yes, you're right, I'm feeling a little nervous, but not as nervous as this man was feeling in the poon this morning. He had a few butterflies in his stomach and he had a little rush off to the toilet. So I had to follow him in, and what did I find? He just dropped this. He's made me feel a bit better because he told me if I do a good job today, he'll let me be best man at his next race. I would like to thank all of you for joining us on this happy occasion to celebrate the marriage of Michael and Katie. We would also like to remember our loved ones not here with us, but whose love and good wishes are here with us in spirit. In particular, I want to mention Joseph Hayes, a best friend of Michael, mine, and many others in this room. And I know that he'll be looking down with pride with us today. So please can we raise a glass for Joe? For Joe. Joe. At this point, I'd also like to thank Julie, Noel, Rose and Andrew for hosting such a wonderful and memorable reception. In particular, I'd like to thank Rose and Andrew for blessing us with such a beautiful bride in Katie. Can we have a clap for Katie? I'd also like to thank Julie and Noel for blessing us with such a remarkable son in Martin. I know they can't hear us, they're probably worn out, but I'd like to get an early thank you into the bar staff, because let's face it guys, you're going to have a busy night tonight. What's that? 6 AM bar? Sam. No, that's an option. No. Now they say that marriages are made in heaven. Well, this one was made on the Stratford Road. In Vaughan, in a nightclub called Panic to be exact. And to be fair, that probably sums up how Michael is feeling right now. Michael first met Katie while she was working as a young barmaid in a place called Vaughan's. Katie was told that night that she'd better watch out for that one, and how she wishes she heeded that advice that night. Despite Joe's best efforts when he was drinking with Michael that night, which included lending Michael his mobile phone, there was another 2 years before they finally got together. Now this night was actually New Year's Eve about 5 years ago in a nightclub called Panic in Digbeth. And for those of you that know Michael, he pulled off one of his classic disappearing acts. For those of you that don't know Michael, he does more disappearing acts than Colonel Gaddafi, David Blaine, Shergar, and the Limerick hurling team put together. So if you see him heading for the exit tonight, you know what to do. Only later did we find out he was getting to know Katie that night. And the rest, as they say, is history. Now, there have been a few rumours and murmurings that Michael isn't good enough for Katie. Whilst I agree with that, a few of the lads said I should sing his praises and talk about his good points. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I can't sing and I won't lie. Born on the 29th of January 1984, Michael was a very special child. Born with the boyish good looks of Wayne Rooney, the temperament of Roy Keane, the charisma of Gary Neville, and the athletic body of Alex Ferguson. Now, when Michael told me he was getting into shape for the wedding, I didn't realise it was going to be a circle. It may surprise you to hear that Michael is very sporty. He is actually a superb footballer, and if it wasn't for pubs opening all day, he probably would have turned. And if you're lucky enough tonight, he may well tell you about his perfect hat-trick. Left foot, right foot, header, albeit as a 15-year-old in a 10-0 win at school. It's been a bit of a barren spell recently, hasn't it? Now, Gaelic football's a different story altogether. The manager used to say that his enthusiasm for the game outstripped his ability on the field. I found him useless in virtually every position, which echoes something that Katie said, but in a totally different Is there a sweepstake going on here?
There is.
About 3 minutes. Golf is another sport close to Michael's heart. That was until he went to war with a golf club on a crazy golf course in Rhyl at the tender age of 11. And he still has the scars to tell the story. Now, unfortunately, Michael can't drink as much as he used to. As tonight is such an important occasion, he doesn't want to take the risk. The rumour has it he's like a load of fireworks in November, useless after the 5th. Commitment is probably Michael's greatest attribute, and that's going to stand him and Katie in great stead for their marriage. About a year ago, a few of the lads will know this story already. About a year ago, he was out football training with the Fairfax lads on a sunny evening in Sellyoak. Unfortunately, Michael was playing like Madonna, but farting like Maradona on Red Bull. Now, whether it was the cabbage and bacon or the fear of the in-laws, his colon was working overtime. Ultimately, he blew off more gas than he could poo, and he had to take refuge in the trees. Never has a sycamore leaf felt so good. But this definitely shows his ability to commit and follow through. Another little pause there, okay. So now's a good time to thank the bridesmaids for all the help and support that they've given Katie on the build-up to and on her big day. And I'm sure you'd all agree they look very pretty and glamorous tonight. So can we have a round of applause? As for the groomsmen, not bad lads, but there's definitely room for improvement. Now, I recently asked Katie whether there was any secret she could tell me about their relationship. She said they had some pet names for each other. She likes to call Michael a little holiday, and that's not because of all the rates they go on, it's because he's good while he lasts, but she wishes he was longer. Now, speaking of holidays, I also asked Katie where she wanted to go on honeymoon. She said she wanted to go somewhere hot and steamy, and somewhere that Michael has never been before. So obviously I suggested the kitchen. I think it's important that people should realise that Michael has actually got down on his bended knee twice over the last year. Last September he romantically proposed to Katie in Boston, and surprisingly she agreed. Last night in Behan's, he got down and begged me not to mention the stag do. Sorry, Michael. To be fair, I want to assure Katie that Michael's conscience is totally clean. But at least it should be, because he never used it. Of course, Michael has now finally met, fallen in love, and finally married Katie. Their love is so pure and so simple. Katie is so pure, and Michael is so simple. But I'd like to finish by saying that Michael is the best mate that anyone could have. I've known him for almost 23 years, and he's been there through the good times and the bad. He is loyal, generous, funny, and always up for the crack, and I don't just see him like a best friend, I see him like a brother. But now in Katie, he has a best friend and a lover who has made him the happiest he's ever been. He's looking forward to spending his life with the rest of his life with the beautiful, smart, and funny Katie. She is his rock. So in the words of a few famous lads from Liverpool, she loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. And with a love like that, you know you should be glad. So may your marriage be modern enough to survive the times and old-fashioned enough to last forever. So can everybody please be upstanding? And raise your glasses for love, laughter, and happily ever after. To Michael and Katie. That's it.